Irwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs, and today I'm going to show you how I made a bunch of gift card holders. This is a way to turn a regular card into a gift card holder. So let me open it and show you. Inside is a $10 Sonic gift card, and it holds, there's a holder right in the middle. This is not something new, it's been around for a while, but I thought I'd show you how I'm doing it. Alright, so you're going to need to start with a basic black card base, scored in the middle, and you're going to need another piece of basic black cardstock. This is 4 1/4 by 3, and I scored it at 1/2 inch, 1 1/2, and 2 1/2. Yeah, check my blog, all the measurements will be there. 1/2 inch, 1 1/2, 2 1/2. Alright, so first we're going to fold it in half on that middle fold, and we're going to use the decorative label punch, and I'm going to push it in there only about 1/4 of the way down, and I'm going to make sure that it's straight, and I'm going to look to see that I have the same amount here, so that it'll be pretty centered. I'm going to punch it, and then I'm going to fold the other score lines up this way, so it'll look like this, okay? Alright, so inside, right along our score line, I'm going to use my fast fuse and put a line right there. And I'm going to take this side and I'm going to line it up with the score line. Okay? Now, I want to make sure this closes right because it is adding quite a bit of thickness to it. So I'm going to put the adhesive on the tab right there. See where I'm at? This tab right here, it's the 1/2 inch tab, and I'm going to close the card down on it. Alright, so there you have the basic design. Alright, so I wanted to cover that up a little bit on the inside, that little tab. So I'm taking a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Whisper White, putting that there. And then I'm taking the same size Designer Series paper, and I'm going to put that over here on this side. And the gift card goes in. You just slide it in like that. Okay? Now I'm working kind of backwards today. I'm going to show you the stamp that I'm using on the inside first. It is from Jolly Christmas, and I'm using "and a New Year of Cheer" because the front is going to say Merry Christmas. So I'm just going to stamp that right there with real red. Alright, let's close that up and do the front. Now I'm going to put another piece of Whisper White cardstock that is 4 inches by 5 1/4 right there in the middle, and right across the middle I'm going to put a 1 inch piece of basic black cardstock that is 5 1/2 inches long. Should be just as long as the card. Alright, now I've got 2 scraps of Real Red and Cucumber Crush cardstock. They're 2 inches wide, and I'm going to use my triple banner punch to just punch one of those ends. And then, if you have your paper trimmer near, this would be better done with paper trimmer probably, but I'm just going to cut off about that much, about 1.5 inches. Now, it doesn't really matter if those lines are straight because I'm going to take that end and tuck it behind there. I'm going to make sure those points line up with the edge of that white and do that. So even if you didn't have your paper trimmer and you just did it with your scissors like I did mine, it will be just fine if that edge is not perfectly straight. Alright, now I'm going to take a strip of, this is the Neutrals DSP Basic Black. It is about 3/4 inch wide, and I don't know, really it was just a scrap of paper. I would say it was about 5 1/2 inches long, and I cut one at that angle and the other one over here at this angle, and I'm just going to kind of put that crooked like that. Then I have a shiny silver star that I use the star framelits and the silver foil. Then I love this framelit from the Balloons collection, framelits. It's very cute. It's just a little banner, and I'm going to use a couple of glue dots. And I'm going to add that right into there. And then I cut out the Mary using some of our awesome Christmas greeting thinlits. Make sure you hop back to my blog to find out product information. I'll have it all listed there. And let's see, I'm going to put that about right there. Whoops, glue dot sticking to my fingers. All right, now I've got a scrap of white. This is 3/4 of an inch, about maybe 2 inches wide. About 3 inches wide. And this time I'm using this stamp set, Seasonal Snapshot 2015, and I'm using that Christmas. I love that Christmas. And I'm going to use Cucumber Crush, and I'm just going to stamp it right there in the middle. Now I could use my triple banner punch to punch this, but because it's such a small piece, I'm going to use my scissors. I cut a line just right in the middle, and then I cut up at an angle on both sides. So cut that center line, cut up, and cut up. All right, little fast fuse. Can you believe I have not used any dimensionals on this card? What happened? I always use dimensionals. All right, put that right there. Now we're going to finish it off with a few real red candy dots. If you have the Home for the Holidays epoxy stickers or dots, I can't remember what they're called, those would be perfect for this, but unfortunately I have run out, so I am making do. I have candy dots and some rhinestones, and I would just add those in. And the very last thing is I'm going to take my favorite, I'm so sad that it won't be carrying over into the Occasions catalog, the silver cording, and I'm just going to tie it around and tie that bow right on top of the star. It's so cute. I love how it just curls up. Cut that off, cut that one off, and there you have it. Merry Christmas, have a Sonic drink on me, and a Happy New Year. All right, there you go. Check back to my blog, hop back to my blog to see all the measurements and the products that I used. All right, Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.